All right, YouTube, what is up? So it's Sunday afternoon. I thought I'd do a little garage video. I still need to do a proper walk around of the RC, and I will do that. But I thought today I had a bunch of people ask me about my suspension settings. So one of the first rides I did, I took Matt out from Desert Speed. He is a really cool, awesome suspension tuner. He actually tuned the suspension on the world record RZR jump they did just like a month ago, 2 months ago. So pretty cool. I think it was Godfrey that did it. It was pretty sweet. So that was here kind of locally in Utah, and he tuned the suspension on that RZR, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, I thought I would. I backed off all my settings, and I got a setting for you guys. I thought I'd tell you guys the settings on the RC that I'm running. It made a big difference from the factory. The settings were all over the place. So even like the front two shocks, they were different. The rear shocks, both sides were different. So it was a mess. And the biggest thing that I noticed is the car was just, it was just sloppy. It was just like up, down, left, right. It was just moving all over the place. There was tons of weight transfer, and it was a mess when it came to any kind of like high speed handling. So definitely wanted to work on it, and I'm glad I had Matt with me. He couldn't handle it either, so he helped me get it fixed up. All right, so I'm gonna go over the front suspension, then we'll go to the rear. The first thing is, this is your high speed compression is the one, it's a 17 millimeter. It's this one. You're gonna go, all my settings are gonna be from full close and then back. So you can go all the way clockwise, and then you're gonna back it off 2.5 turns. With the wrench on this one, I could only do like a quarter turn at a time, so I did 10 of those. So from here to here is a quarter turn. So if you want to do 2.5 turns, if you can do that, or you can do 10 quarter turns on the high speed compression. Then we have low speed compression, and that's 1 turn from full close. So same thing, you have your clicker here, you go all the way in, all the way clockwise, and then you're gonna come back 1 full turn. So full in, so there's a half, and there's full, and then you're gonna come back to there. So, oh, sorry, to there. So 1 full turn counterclockwise from it being fully closed. And then we've got the rebound adjustment. So rebound is on the bottom of your shock. And I'll show you guys that. So it is right there. And on rebound, 13 clicks from full close is what I did. So again, I went all the way to the right, all the way clockwise, and then I did 13 clicks back, and that is my rebound setting for the front. All right, and then let's see, preload is at 3¼ inches. I didn't adjust this. This is how it came from the factory, and it seemed like it was set up pretty good, but this is 3¼ inches here on my preload in the front. And then we have our crossover ring. Now these were messed up. They were too close. So the crossover ring I have at, it's about 3 inches, okay? So it's 3 inches from the top of the spring to the ring. So like basically right here. So measuring tape at the top of the spring and then down 3 inches, and that's where your crossover ring should be sitting, the top of your crossover ring. So top of the spring to the top of the crossover rings is 3 inches. All right, guys, so that's the front suspension. Made a huge difference. Let's move to the rear. Kind of show you the setup there. Okay, rear, kind of same thing on the rear. You have your high speed compression here. your low speed here. So basically on this, you go full close. So there's 1.5, okay? So get your thing all the way to full close, and then it's 1.5 back. So half, 1. Okay, so that's our high-speed compression. All the way counterclockwise, 1.5 turns back out. Okay, low-speed compression, he had this all the way out. So he has it all the way out. That's where he put it at. So apparently he wanted it as soft as possible on low speed. So he put that all the way out. So no clicks. That's all the way counterclockwise on the low-speed compression. Rebound adjustment, similar to the other stuff. It is down here. So your rebound's here. And I believe this is, you go full close, so full counterclockwise, and then 16 clicks back is where we have it at. So full counter, full close, 16 clicks back counterclockwise. That's your rebound setting. Preload on this bad boy was like, so preload is 7.5 inches. So from the top piece of the black down to the preload ring, it's about 7.5. Okay, guys, so that's your preload. And that's how mine was set from the factory, and we left it there, I'm pretty sure. And then crossover ring, 2.5 inches from the top of the spring. So same thing on the crossover. You are gonna be from the top of the spring down to the crossover ring. You are about 2.5 inches. This camera's look kind of tricking you, but it's about 2.5 inches. So before they had the crossover rings a lot lower, and basically you'd sit in the car and you'd almost be hitting the crossover ring, so you weren't getting that benefit of the soft spot, soft spring and the hard spring. So yeah, so that's it. What else? Yeah, so that's it. I just wanted to give you guys those settings. It made a huge difference. It got rid of all the sloppiness in the car, kept a really nice compliant ride, but then it soaked up everything. I do feel like these springs are stiffer than your 2019 Can-Ams, the valving the springs, because I had a tendency of bottoming out my 2018 XRC, and I really haven't had that issue with this one. It soaked it up really well. So I do think they did improve the suspension quite a bit on this bad boy. So yeah, that's it. I'll get a proper walk around. I'll talk about some other differences with the XRC. I mean, it's badass. It hauls freaking butt. Got a bunch of little projects I'm gonna work on. Tire pressure sensors are working good. I'll link those. The app is still finicky, so they're not like, I didn't wanna like tell everybody to go get tire pressure sensors till I really haven't figured out, but they are working. No leaks, and they are working. Like, so the app is a little finicky, but the sensors are working. They're doing tire pressure, tire temperature. I'm loving the BFGs. They, the Can-Am motor is a tire eater, man. It's gonna just destroy tires. It just comes on so hard. It's crazy. I did re-tighten all of my beadlock bolts, and a lot of them were loose. So those first couple rides, you just gotta keep checking the torque if you do a tire swap on your beadlock ring, because I just feel like they wear in, and yeah, it would have been bad. I would have maybe lost a ring here in the next couple rides, but yeah. All right, guys, well, so hopefully that helps you guys. I'm sure the XRS, XRC, I think the suspension is similar, so you should be able to use the settings on both of those on the 2020s at least. It might be good on a 2019 or 18, I'm not sure. But yeah, there you go. I'm gonna be driving or racing, hopefully. Pretty sure I'm racing a Can-Am in the Vegas Arena race next week, or this week. Wow. So this coming Friday. So hopefully I'll get some cool footage of that. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you. Please like and subscribe. and I will see you on the next one. Thanks.